Hey, Mr. Tobi. Great question you've asked, sir. So you want to open up a discussion about, has Mr. Dipcatcher and Gold Key, have they added value, been net positive for adoption when you have GOFURS being made? So just to let you guys know, friends, GOFURS, less than a week old, ERC 404 narrative, liquid JPEGs, or so it seems. On the roadmap is to develop a covered options protocol. So, I mean, you got to think, friends, if Richard likes fame, which has leverage trading for futures and did a sacrifice fund, then if he likes that, why would you not like a grassroots DeFi project that has no sacrifice fund or sacrifice phase at all and helps big players cash out for liquidity and expand stuff for buying insurance? So just to let you guys know at home, friends, so let's say HEX goes to $1 and there's a guy with like $200 million, he can't cash out, he'll send it down to 80%. What they can do is they can take like $10 million out, buy puts and hedge against a big crash coming so they can get out slowly over 12 months or whatever. And this thing will obviously just expand the whole ecosystem. So it is very interesting though. Like I just want to let you guys know, I know everyone's in the community and we like HEX. I understand. However, you just got to be, you got to be thinking like people outside. It's 2024. We're 6 weeks into the Bitcoin halving year. People see this, friends. I know we want them to see the greatness. They see a linear chart and they're asking, why are you down? This is combined HEX. Why are you down 95% after 2.5 years? Why are you down that much? That's what they're telling me. Don't ask me. It's not me saying it, them saying it. Go check my replies in the Twitter comments, friends. You know, whenever I make XRP videos, just talking about XRP, there's always XRP guys. They'll message me and they'll reply. They'll be like, hey, bro, what's the difference between us being delusional that XRP is going to $10 when you HEX guys are saying $5 and $10? It's literally the exact same thing. None of the prices are moving for a long time. It's just you're saying you will move, but so are we. So those are the type of things they say. It's very interesting to think about. Like, yeah, we're all just guessing and speculating, which kind of also means if you're wrong, you can't go back in time and wish you played it differently. Not saying go all in on one or two things, but that's why I have 90% call, 10% lottery. Not everybody has to do it. Not everyone's built for that. I'm here 18 hours a day. That's completely fine. However, I'm just being honest with you guys. The number one thing I get asked about HEX is, why did you promise best performing price asset when you are still down here? And obviously, who promised? No one promised. It was the marketing. It was the story. But that's the image everybody has in their heads, friends. Every single time. So, also, if you go check Telegram messages, another common question I get. People literally say to me, I'm like paraphrasing. Also in the comment section, they'll say, how come it's okay for Richard to have diluted HEX value into Pulse and PulseX, but it's not okay for other people to actually try the same experiment and try to add value? So I hope you know what that means, because the biggest loser of value of everything has been a HEX Maxi, unfortunately. Because what's happened is the Pulse and PulseX value, the pizza pie got split. We didn't make the pie bigger. I mean, we're still lower than the PulseChain launch, for example. You know what I mean? So this is something to think about. Remember, combined HEX was 5 cents. Now it's still down like 2.9 cents. So unfortunately, HEX Maxis took an absolute beating. And what most people's frustration is when they go speak to people, what's the response they mostly get? Now, friends, it's not me. I'm not telling them this. I'm just relaying to you. If this upsets people, good, go cry in a corner. I'm just telling you what everyone's saying. If you go listen to them, is they say, people keep telling me it's my fault because I should have sacrificed for HEX, for PulseChain. I should be in PulseChain Sacrifice. I'm like, no, you can't. That's not a good thing to talk to someone about. Hey, sorry you're down so much, but if you went all in on PulseChain, the layer 1, you would have made money at the expense of the other hexagons left in there. So it makes it very, very tough. And unfortunately, with the nature of the reality of this as well is we're doing financial experimentation. So there are going to be things that just don't work, even though they're not rugs, just things that never end up gaining attraction or things that weren't executed right. Or you could even be just too early for the market. Because look, man, this is it. Go speak to everybody, friends. Go speak to everybody. I know narratives and leader and all these variables, no one cares. They want a price go up. That's it. They want a price go up, friends. I'm being honest with you. Everyone says to me, you promised me an up and to the right chart. That's what you promised me. You ain't getting it right now. And all you can tell them is, we will go up, we will go up. But man, you can't. They're not city, friends. They're not city. It's Bitcoin halvening here. Bitcoin touched 50K. Okay? There are other coins moving. They're looking at lottery tickets flying. They're literally looking at them flying. 900%, 200%, 300%. People launching. Yes, there's a lot of rugs, there's a lot of scams, a lot of grifters. I know. But whose fault is that? Honestly, it's no one's fault. It's the market. There's a lot of liquidity is needed to be injected to move the core coins now. That's just it. Okay, yeah, I'm sure people holding Bitcoin wish Bitcoin could do another 10x from here quite easily. It is what it is. It's a city. Everyone has to accept it for what it is. I think everybody should stay in their place. You know what I mean? If you're a maxi, stay maxi. PulseChain, PulseX, maxi, stay maxi. If you like lottery tickets, stay there. If you want to degen trade, stay there. Everyone's just going to figure out their own way. I'm just trying to tell everybody what I do. And I've learned from the last cycle. Okay, sweet. You know, like, even though I don't think this thing is likely, let me throw something in because I just might learn. That's just how I go about things. But like you can't look at the 100,000 plus outsiders. They're having a peek over the fence. And then they're saying, wow, look at those lottery tickets moving. They're actually moving. Best performing price asset. Cool. Green candles. You can't look at them and say, you're stupid. They're all rugs. They're not going to work. My coin's going to pump. It doesn't work, bro. It doesn't work. You're literally, I know this doesn't sound like right, but this is the truth. You're literally telling them, hey, I like the coin that went down 95% and can't bounce. And I hate the coin that's up 900% in a month with a growing community. Okay. Now, of course, friends, of course, we're here to buy low and sell high. You're here to buy in the pressure and sell in euphoria. You're here to buy core coins because you know these things are leveraged and everything just crumbles. I know. But you just got to think about who you're talking to because everybody in this ecosystem, we already know it. Like, you don't have to convince us. I am just a temperature gauge, friends. I'm just a satellite. That's all I'm doing. I'm reading what the average crowd out there is thinking. And that's why I'm always unpopular. Why? Because we're always in the bubble. And then I'm looking outside. Oh, look at the new wave coming. That's what I'm always doing. And everybody in here, we always want to be like calcified, cemented down. We're like, I don't want this to change. Can you just please keep going up? Yeah, you can keep going up, just not as fast as before. That's literally the reality of it. It makes things hard. You introduce all these variables out here, friends. So yes, everybody can say, oh, is it value add, value down? But you also got to think, all right, if this thing is still positive in price in the next 6 months, will you concede, oh, it was a net value add or whatever? Because that also walks a fine line, friends, because I'll just be completely honest. What do people say? Literally, friends, go check all the comments and replies. People still put the HEX chart down, the PulseChain and PulseX charts, and they go, after all these years, you guys are still offside. What a waste of 3 years. You've added no value. That's literally what they say. So if you're just going to measure everything off the price performance chart like Richard was doing in cycle 1 of HEX, if you're going to keep doing that, it's going to be a very hard time, friends, because you're going to learn one of the harshest lessons of all. No one can escape the cycles. You are my friend. Don't forget that. Catch you soon.